Welcome to another dive into history's weirdest corners. Today we're traveling back in time to the medieval era, where life was, let's just say, a little different. From questionable hygiene practices to, well, creative problem solving, the Dark Ages didn't earn its name for nothing. Buckle up, because here are 5 bizarre things from the medieval era that might just blow your modern mind. Kicking things off, let's talk about medieval justice. Or should I say, medieval zoo justice? Back in the day, animals weren't just innocent bystanders. They were considered fully capable of committing crimes. Yes, you heard that right. If a pig trampled a farmer's crops, or worse, a chicken laid eggs on the wrong side of town, they could be put on trial. And we're not talking about a slap on the hoof or a scolding here. These animals were dragged to court, complete with lawyers, sometimes human lawyers, defending their case. Imagine being the guy who had to argue that a goat didn't mean to headbutt someone. And the punishments? Oh, they were just as bizarre. Executions, excommunications, because nothing says justice like exiling a rooster. Next up, let's move from trials to dance-offs. In the year 1518 in Strasbourg, something truly strange happened. People started dancing, and then they didn't stop. For days. No, this wasn't some medieval version of a TikTok trend. It was the infamous dancing plague. Entire crowds would join in, dancing until they collapsed from exhaustion. Some even danced themselves to death, because apparently cardio was taken way too seriously back then. Modern historians have debated whether it was stress, mass hysteria, or maybe someone just played the wrong song at the wrong time. Either way, it's safe to say the party got a little out of hand. Now let's talk about hygiene, or should I say, the lack of it. If you've ever been annoyed by modern bathroom lines, just be glad you weren't around in medieval times. Baths were optional. And by optional, I mean people might take a bath once a year. Maybe, but it gets worse. In some towns, chamber pots, yes, pots full of waste, were simply tossed out the window onto the streets below. Imagine walking through town and suddenly, splash. Honestly, the real heroes of the medieval era were the people who just stayed indoors. Speaking of hygiene, let's talk about pee. Because apparently it was medieval WD-40. Urine was used for cleaning clothes, treating wounds, and even as an ingredient in, wait for it, toothpaste. You've got to admire their resourcefulness, right? Nothing like brushing your teeth with a hint of ammonia to start the day. Who needs minty freshness when you've got medieval science? Finally, let's talk about medieval warfare. We all know about knights, swords, and catapults. But did you know animals sometimes took center stage? In medieval sieges, armies would hurl animals over city walls. But wait, there's more. They didn't just toss any old livestock. Oh no, they used disease-ridden carcasses or even live animals like cats and birds to spread chaos and plague. Imagine the poor medieval pigeon just trying to mind its own business when suddenly, it's ammunition. The lesson here? In medieval warfare, everything was a weapon. And there you have it, folks. 5 bizarre and utterly fascinating facts about the medieval era. From dancing to death to flying livestock, history never ceases to amaze. If you enjoyed this trip through time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which medieval oddity shocked you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.